Hey YouTube, I'm having a real hard time sleeping today. I've got a subject on my mind, and I know my viewers respond to nothing I ever ask them to. But I'm in a place in my head, and YouTube is my diary. It's where I go to express what I feel and what I want to talk about. So I have been kicking around the idea of signing up on Patreon to try to earn a secondary income and eventually an only income. For the first years of my children's life, I was a stay-at-home father. It was the very best thing I have ever done in my entire life. And if I had a disposable income, I would probably still be doing that. But I don't. My job is kicking my ass. And this is just one of many days where I can't manage to just go to sleep. I get 5 to 6 hours of sleep a day I work. I am struggling with sleep because I want to be up during the day and doing things. And 4 out of my 7 days are wasted. 4 because I'm disabled and am working up to a 5-day work week. Eventually, I'm going to work 5 days a week. My job is kicking my ass, and I don't barely do anything. And I've been thinking about signing up on Patreon, but in order to do that, I would have to literally create a content management system. I generally come onto YouTube. Sometimes I want to promote it. Sometimes I don't. I don't generally give a shit. But I've been thinking a lot lately that I wish I was a stay-at-home dad again. I really do. I miss playing with my kids. I play with them, but not like I used to. If they ever have to stay home, I have to sleep because I have to work at night. And so 5 out of the 7 days of my week, including one of my off days, I sleep during the day. And it makes it incredibly difficult to take care of them and sleep. And it's either do one or the other. And I'm disabled. It's hard to suck it up. Okay? You know what I wish? This is a wish. This is not real. Okay? What I would like to do is I would like to have a 7-day-a-week content. That it be my fucking day job. Because pulling content out of my ass isn't exactly hard. It's just most of the time I don't have the materials I would like to talk about. I don't have the disposable income to go and buy Nerf guns to talk about Nerf guns. And I would really like to talk about Nerf guns, but most of the Nerf guns I want to talk about have been talked about to death. I want to talk about the Talon Claw. I want to talk about the Desert Pigeon. I want to talk about the MHP-15. Do I have any of those? No. Do I have the skill to build any of those? No. I want to talk about a Caliburn. Can't afford it. If I can't afford it, it's because I penny pinched to save up enough to do that. If I had, let's say, and this is a pipe dream. I don't have it. There's no way to attain it. I don't have the equity to get a loan to attain it. If I had $10,000, I would pay off my debt. I would take maybe $1,000, more likely $500, and go get a camera as opposed to my phone to do these kinds of videos, and I would schedule for weekly content. Just pulling shit out of my ass. Sundays we talk about Star Citizen. or whatever video game is going on at the time other than Star Citizen in my life. Mondays, Nerf gear. We talk about Nerf gear and all Nerf associated stuff. Tuesdays, we talk about Lego. No, we don't talk about Lego because it's kind of hard for me to talk about Lego because I just want to build the shit. So it more than likely would be like this therapeutic episode of, we are going to build Legos today while we eat lunch at work. That's right. We're going to settle down now and we're going to build a set. All right, let's begin. We have a nice little piece here. We're going to attach it to this cute little piece over here. That sort of a thing. Because how many times have you been at work and just wanted to build Lego? I did it one fucking time. I took a Lego set to work and my boss looked at me like I could potentially get fired for it. So I stopped. Show of hands. How many of us have done this and had the same exact fucking reaction? Okay, so Sundays, Star Citizen. Mondays, Nerf. Okay, we talk about Nerf subject. Tuesdays, nice relaxing Lego day. Okay, Wednesdays, Ramble Wednesdays. Talk about complete and total random shit. Doesn't even fucking matter what it is. Whatever's on my mind that day. Okay, Thursdays, self-care days. I'll do a cooking series and things of that nature. I cook somewhat. I'm not a professional chef, but I cook and I can make my own lemon chicken. Okay, that covers Thursdays. How about Fridays? Fridays is simple. Fridays are easy. Friday, Nerf War Day. That's right. Goddamn right. And and Saturday, pick a subject day. Pick a subject and I will talk about it. Even if it is a 5-minute video declaring how little I know about said subject and my complete and total inability to talk about it. Okay, we will talk about whatever you want to talk about. Okay? But in order to make this work, what needs to happen is it's not going to happen the way the pipe dream is going to happen. Nobody's going to fork over $10,000 for me to get started. Okay, it's not going to happen. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have to work up to it. I'm going to have to find the time. I'm going to have to do plenty of research in advance. I'm going to have to set aside. I'm going to have to get up earlier is what's going to happen. I'm going to have to get up earlier enough in time to have the half an hour before I go get my kids to do a video and to do it well. And then to move on to taking care of my kids. Because I take care of my kids in the afternoon. And just slowly work up to it. And as I can afford it. And try to get that crowd in. And I think if I schedule it that way, that when I do YouTube videos, it won't be such random bullshit. And then I can slowly build up my viewer base. And if my viewer base goes up, I can, with good reason, sign up on Patreon. Or maybe I should sign up on Patreon before I start doing this in the hopes that I'll make a nickel. Okay. If I made a nickel or a dime more than I did right now, I would be happy. But to be completely frank, if we're being honest, this night shift security guard bullshit, I barely do anything half the time. Half the time we're sitting around goofing off, watching YouTube videos, playing video games on our phones. That's security life, but it is killing me, man. It is whooping my ass. And I tell you what, I just recently watched Thunderdome. That's probably going to be a review as soon as I can get my faculties put together. That's probably going to be a Wednesday video. I think today is Wednesday. I'm going to have to get on that. I'm going to have to get on that soon. But I tell you what, if in a year I am starting to make money off of Patreon, job or no job, okay, filling me or not, doesn't matter, have to take care of my family, okay? If I'm starting to make money from Patreon, money enough, I will ask Rob Lear to come here to my house to eat dinner with me so that I can interview him about his movie and where he was coming from on that. And there's a lot to talk about where his movie is concerned and where he is concerned. And I'm serious. I'm serious. It is long overdue that my channel goes from an average bullshit channel to a professional channel. It is long overdue that I hop on this horse and ride it. Okay, whether I'm doing this job or not. It's not, my wife watches these. Honey, I'm not saying I'm quitting the job. I'm saying I would like to be in a position where I could. Okay? But that means either better job or YouTube's paying my bills. Well, Patreon via YouTube's paying my bills. And people do it. They do. They make a career out of this. And I would like to. I have been doing this for a number of years now under multiple names, Captain Frank Cox being the most recent one. Yeah. It's time. It's time to get on the horse and ride it. And, following a philosophy I have, don't dream it, be it. Thank you, Dr. Frankenfurter. Also, and as a footnote, in something that you're going to have to get accustomed to where I'm concerned, as far as you viewers are concerned, I accept you. I accept you wholly and entirely, sight unseen. I accept you no matter who you are, no matter what walk of life you come from, no matter what path you're on, no matter what situation you're in. I love you for free, and I accept you entirely. If you show up on my doorstep, I'm likely to shoot you because I don't know you personally, and I would think it's a home invasion and be like, ah, bang. If you're Rob Lear and you show up on my doorstep, you're more than likely to get a half a dozen Nerf darts up your ass. But, you know how that goes. I doubt it. Okay, I doubt it. But as I understand it from the movie, it's not uncommon. Okay, so later on, I will talk about Thunderdome and stuff. Thank you for letting me vent. Have fun, be safe, take care of one another. We'll talk more later. This is Captain Frank Hawks, signing off.